Hello, welcome everybody. We are back with another video, another deep dive with Matthew, Daniel, myself, and our guest as always, Mr. Ced Celestin. Thank you so much, Ced, for joining us, and for everybody else joining us this week. We got some major announcements to talk about. For those that weren't able to visit us last week, we would like to bring up some exchange announcements to bring you guys up to speed. Ced has a program that he's going to be talking to you guys about as far as, well, I'll let him give you guys the update on that, but it has something to do with veterans. So I'll let him dig into that for you guys a little bit more later on. But as of now, the first thing that I like to talk about is we are relisted on P2P, B2B. So yeah, we're very happy to be back.
That's very good news. Very good news. Very good news.
Yeah, this is big. And again, guys, thank you so much for your patience and getting back on there. But believe me, we've been working every single morning, every single night. Ced and me and some of the other guys, part of the team, we're doing this for you. We're doing it for us, of course, as well. But at the end of the day, for this thing to work, we need you guys as well. So we're doing this for everybody, you know? So we were able to accomplish it. And the way that we were able to do this properly to protect our initial coin holders, to protect their coins that they're holding, for those that weren't aware, we had to create a new coin under a new contract. And again, we're calling that coin FUNDX. And that is our first coin that we are relisting on our Eastern European exchange, which again is called FUNDX on P2P, B2B. We started doing trading on there about 3 days ago. And guys, my goodness, we have been getting the volume in. I think as of now, we have a combined volume of getting close to about 250,000 in the last 2 or 3 days. So thank you very much. Thanks to our team. Thanks to the exchange. And thanks for everybody believing in what we're doing. And we're going to continue to build that volume, creating liquidity for our coin holders, for our investors, and more importantly, building value. So it's not just about trading. It's about holding on to your tokens, especially with Bitcoin and Ether going up right now. Man, we are screaming through the roof.
I mean, that's unbelievable because as you can see, Bitcoin right now is at 16,000. That's
Wow.
great.
Yeah, you know, this time 2 years ago, right? I mean, when we hit 20,000, we're on track to, a little bit early. So than it was 2 years ago when we hit 20,000. I think we're going to hit probably around 25, and if this or more. Yeah, but you know, this is just, guys, this thing's moving forward, and with what we're doing with our program, that's just what we're paired with, right? So as we're rolling out our projects and everything's happening with the way our ecosystem is built, that's not even taking into consideration the value of our project, right? I mean, the value of our project is going to take what Bitcoin and Ether's doing and taking it 20, 100 times up above what they're already carrying us with. So again, you know, that's the part where you guys want to think about holding on to these coins, because, you know, we're just getting into those, you know, new territorial waters where we're going to be able to take our coin up a whole nother level from where we've taken it in the last 6 months, right? And again, for those that are new here, we started out at, Ced, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it was a quarter.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was 2 years ago, it was 25 cents.
25 cents. And for those, if you're, please do hop on to P2B, B2B. We're both listed under a Bitcoin and Ethereum pairings. We are clear over $400 in price for both of those separate pairings of our new coin FUNDX. Which is listed on there. And you know, I'm saying new coin. If you are a trader that has purchased our UBETS coin on the either Probit or a P2B, B2B, we will swap that out for you guys. So there's no issues there. So we'll be able to swap that out. In fact, we'll be able to do it a lot quicker than the exchanges are. So we're going to be sending out a form that allow you guys to come in, share your wallet information of how many UBITs are, and then we'll swap it in value for you. So, in about a week, we'll be able to provide that to you guys. But if you do have UBITs in P2B, B2B, make sure that you pull them out of the exchange in the next 10 days, right? Because we had them delist that coin, so we don't have any issues further with our compromised UBETS coin. So we had them delist that. So if you do have UBETs on P2P, B2B, you have about another 10 days. Make sure you withdraw those coins into your MetaMask or Trust, whatever wallet you prefer, and store them there. Okay. And then when we're ready to hand out our form that'll help you guys do the swap, then you'll be able to transfer those to the form, and we'll perform the swap for you so you guys can get all back on track. But yeah, in the midst of things, again, this is the time to hop on, guys. I think we started 2 or 3 days ago at at $300, and we've already went up about 25% in price. We're over $400. So this is exciting. So we're going to continue to do our side, which is marketing, right? I mean, this is what makes the price go up right now, is marketing our coin. And we have a huge campaign that we started pushing out last night to again start helping our traders get liquidity on their end, and of course for us to bring more recognition to how our program works and how they can get involved, right? And for those that don't know, involvement could be as a member, as a trader, or as an investor. So those are the different ways that you guys can work with us. So again, we're very proud of that. Price has gone up. P2P, we want to thank you again for working with us during the night, and for us during the morning, for you guys to accomplish what we needed to get done for our members and coin holders. So a big news there. Said, did you want to add anything there as far as?
Well, I was gonna say something for clarity. We have two groups. We have one group that came in for projects only. Mm-hmm. Now, for these members that we have for on their projects, but for the ones that came in just to trade, right? They can actually, so by next week they'll be able to swap their coins so they can keep on trading. They can keep on trading on the platform. But right. The ones for projects, since it's a different group, they came in for projects only. After we fund their project, that's when we're gonna transfer, or they can use the bridge to transfer their coins to FUNDX.
Yeah, no, and no, thanks for clarifying that. Said we will put out an email on our socials. We'll even do another video on it to bring even further clarity when we're ready to do that for everybody. So we'll make that transition as easy as possible. And for those that have done swaps before, you guys know it's not that difficult at all, right? So we're just preparing ourselves to do it properly. So do keep an eye out. And again, if you guys aren't following us, make sure you are following us on all of our socials. YouTube, Telegram especially, you're going to get the earliest announcements there. And then Twitter as well is where you're going to get the earliest announcements, and then in Facebook. A little bit less announcements in Facebook. They're a little bit more pesky over there as far as talking about crypto, but especially Libra doesn't seem like it's getting launched as fast as they expected. But in any case, yeah, so make sure you are staying in tune with all our socials, because that's where we're putting out all this content. So, but in other news, SED does have an announcement about a program that we've been working on, and we're just about getting ready to launch it. So SED, why don't you let the people know what you have going on?
Well, this particular program is a program that's very dear to me personally and my family, because as a ex-government employee, it is very, very, very deep into me myself. Okay, the reason for that is, as we know right now, the platform that we have in blockchain and cryptocurrency, there's so much opportunity that we have, things that we can do to not only help the people, but to better the people. Like we're talking about the veterans, for example. The veterans, for some reason, and when we call the veterans, we're talking about a different group ourselves, because we're talking about the teachers, we're talking about nurses, doctors, we're talking about the armed forces, we're talking about firemen, the police, we're talking about the city workers, we're talking about the county, and because all those people are people that serve us every single day with anything that we need to do, whether it's at the city, at the county, or at the state level.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody has a program to acknowledge the work that they do for us every single day. And they all supposed to be government employees, but there's no benefits for them. Now, we see that, especially with the veterans, we have so many of them when they come back from the battlefield, from employment or deployment, they end up homeless.
Mm.
I believe that we should not have so many homeless veterans on the streets, because they serve us. They came back with half a leg, half an arm, half a head. They come back, some of them crazy, because of so many things that they saw out there on the battlefield. When they come home, they at least have to have a home, right? And I saw there's so many programs out there for them, and I don't see the government doing anything, you see, for them specifically. I believe that a family of veteran or anybody that work for the city should have they should have at least a home to stay. Now, we have a president in this country. We have senators. We have all the politicians. At one time, somebody held their hands and showed them how to write. That's the teachers. How come the teachers don't have no benefit, no benefits at all, but the regular retirement or IRA or 401k if they spend money or if they have enough to save in that program? Okay. Now, all those people that I just mentioned here, we have the special program that we have for them is for them to come with a lesser amount. Now, remember, our platform is created in the sense that not only you have a home free of debt, you also build a retirement as you go. What do I mean by that? When you purchase when you have the 5% to qualify and purchase the cryptocurrency, the 5% stays in your wallet. After we close the transaction for you, the 5% is still available. Now, mind you that the cryptocurrency will be going over, just like you see right now. For the past 3 days, we started with $300. Now we're over $400. You see, so we expect our token coin to be a lot higher than even Bitcoin. And right now we see that the Bitcoin going for what, $16,000. You see that? Why? Because we are tokenizing an asset, a real asset, which is a house. That's what we're doing. By tokenizing the house, creating the token, of course, the value is a lot higher than Bitcoin, which is backed by technology. You see that? And not only that, the real estate market is a multi-trillion-dollar industry. Now, what we also found out is that most of the pension plans all over the world, they invested over $3.6 trillion in real estate. That's a big number. Yeah. So by you or by our people or by our members or by veterans having their own home, they can create their own pension plan. You see that? Because all they have to do, they know that for 5 years they cannot touch the house. They cannot put any loan, they cannot get any loan. They cannot do anything within the 5-year period. And after the 5-year period, they can do anything they want. Plus, they have the cryptocurrency that they purchase, which is FUNDX. that they can use every day to purchase whatever they want to purchase. Now, the way we have it structured, and now we're not done yet with the way it's going to work, because we're not going to open the door like we have everything available to the members. We're not going to do it like that. We're going to do it just like the banks do. You come in, you deposit $1 million in the bank. The $1 million is available if you want to do a withdrawal, yes. But they only have available to you maybe 1,000, 10,000, 15,000, depending on your relationship with the bank.
Mm-hmm.
See, that's how much they allow you to use per day, for example, or per week, right? So now what we're going to do, we're going to structure it in a way, since we call it a form of retirement, because as the coin is gaining more value every day, so which means the amount that you have will increase. So what we're going to do, we're going to set it up in a way where every 3 months or every month, you have a certain amount that you can spend. So which means depending on how much you have, if you have the 10%, let's say a $400,000 property, you have 40,000, that can be enough for you to live on for the rest of your life. Mm-hmm. You see that? Because by using a little bit at a time, you don't have access to all of it at once. That will allow you to save or have that money, and the money is still building. How it's building? Because you have it in the exchange. As people are coming in to purchase houses, to do all kinds of activities, that will increase the value of the coin. Of course, the value of your balance will also go up, right? And by us having some type of not a control, not restriction, but there's a maximum that you can actually use, whether it's per month or per quarter, right? So you still have enough in there that can actually grow, as you go, so you can spend later. So you can, depending on your age, definitely, that can be a nice nest for you. Now, also keep in mind that the property has zero balance on it. There's no debt on the house, which means if you purchase a house for $400,000, you have $400,000 worth of equity on this particular property. Now, also as you go, the property will gain more value, you see? So let's say you don't touch it from year 1 at 400 until year 5 or year 6. Mm-hmm. The $400,000 value that you had at year 1 will not be the same. Most likely probably 550 or 450, 500 or 600, whatever that is, depending on the area. Right. And that's also funds or credit that you have, which you will have access to and do anything you want to do with it after the 5-year period. Not during the 5-year period. For the 5-year period, you cannot touch it. But after the 5-year period, you can do anything you want to do with it. You can sell it and withdraw the cash, or you can do whatever else, right? But you know that the second account that you have, which is the wallet that you have with your the 10%, you know that will be available to you, and you can only use a certain percentage of it, like whether it's one per month or per quarter. That is not decided, right now, because the board has not really come up with a plan for that. But basically, that's either one or the other. You will either be per month, you're going to have a certain amount, or every quarter, you're going to have a certain amount available to you. So during those 3 months period, you can actually use it as you will. Okay. Yeah. So this is a very good project. And again, it's very dear to me as a government employee. And right now I don't have anything from them, but a little retirement. How much? I don't know how much I'm going to receive. So we cannot depend on the government to do things for us. We have to build it ourselves. Right. And that's the machine that we have right now that the members can take advantage of and build their own retirement.
Yeah, no, and no, thank you very much, Seth, for enlightening the people. So again, if you can explain what is the difference that people are looking that they have to purchase in coin from our traditional versus this special package? What is the difference and a percentage?
I mean the difference on.
Yeah. So again, we're calling it our veterans package, right? So how much do they have to put in their wallet?
Yes, they have to put in 5% versus the regular people. They need to come up with, they have to purchase 10%. And the veterans come up with 5%. But
Yeah.
the key thing is the 5%, they don't have to come up with it at once if they don't have it.
Sure. Yeah.
It will take time. They can start with 1,000, 2,000. They can put 1,000, 2,000 a day or a week or whatever. There's no restrictions of how much they can put in and how long it would take them to actually come up with the 5%. But the bottom line is they need to come up with the 5% just to secure that retirement for them. And also that's the only thing that they had to be approved with.
Right.
Now, as far as the veterans of any group that I mentioned earlier, if you're a nurse, you have to come up with your license to show that you're a nurse. You see that? If you're a veteran, you have like you part of the armed forces, you have to come up with your DD-214 to show that you are in the military or whatever branch that you are in. If you're a doctor, of course, your license. If you work for the city, there's a badge. If you work for the county, there's a badge. If you work for the state, there's a badge. You see that? So it's pretty simple. Now, as far as teachers, they still have a certificate or whatever they have that can identify them as whatever they say they are. And basically, it's simple. They don't have to, we don't need W-2s, pay stubs, and bank statement. We don't need none of that because you can start wherever you can. The minimum, of course, is 500. If you have a project, the minimum is 500. You have to put in your wallet. And after that, you can add any amount that you want, like say 10,000, 15, whatever it is. All you have to do, go to this system. You can go to Coinbase and purchase Bitcoin, or you can go to the P2P and actually upload the amount that you want to deposit. And from there, it goes straight to your wallet. Because in order for you to do that, you have to put your wallet in. Now, I know that Matthew, you mentioned earlier, I mean, not today, but last week, that you're going to do a video just to show that our members how they can go in and purchase FUNDX in P2P. You see, and that's yet we're working on that, so we can bring that in, so our members can use that.
Yeah, and to bring you guys an update on that, we'll have that out first thing next week to show you guys how to do it. And another thing that P2P does allow is you guys can use your credit card right on P2P to purchase either Ethereum or crypto. Ethereum or Bitcoin, right? Which you have to have either or to purchase our pairing of FUNDX. So if this is something new, this video that we're producing is just about done. You guys will be able to review it and see how the process works, but you're going to be so surprised to see how quite easy it is. It'll be funny to you, right? And the P2P makes the process very easy. There's maybe like 2 steps that that will be new to you as far as withdrawing and depositing. So those will be the key points that that are part of the video that you'll be able to see in the review on how to do those things. So, but their system's pretty straightforward, which is a big reason why we went with them. Obviously, their volume is huge to have a big amount of traders and transactions happening on there. And another thing that we like is the way that they work with us, right? I mean, they do a lot of things above and beyond that most other exchanges don't, right? Because it feels more as a relationship, as a partnership versus just being another coin listed on there, which we're definitely not. You guys will see us start moving towards the very top traded coin on their exchange. And again, that's for a reason. And for all those that are already part and following us, you know why. And for those that are new and following us, you're going to find out why. So big things coming as always. And but we wanted to give you guys an update on this amazing program that Sed and his family have been working on for quite some time. And we're about ready to launch that. Again, look out for the video for P2P on how to use the platform. That'll be produced and ready to published at the beginning of next week. Hope we can get it done on the weekend for you guys, actually. And again, the announcement that we've already relisted with P2P B2B. And again, we mentioned it last week and the week before. The process a little bit more tedious, but we're trying to get it done with our friends in Korea for Probit, so we can get that going for you guys as well. But we're just about there. So again, thank you again for your patience. We know that we had quite a few traders on there, anxious to get back on there and start trading again. So, but at least in the meantime, you can start trading with us on our other exchange for now. And as we're tightening up our relaunch with Probit. So.
I know we don't say a whole lot about Binance DX, but Binance DX is alive and well. And we still have UBETs in there that can be traded in there because of the structure that they have. It's very difficult for any entity or anybody to get in there and make any mess for us. So that's why they couldn't touch it, but it's still there. Now, although we're working with them, try to transfer, do the exchange from UBETs to FUNDX, right? But that, as you know, Binance will take a little longer time to get it done for us. But in the meantime, anybody who's in there trading is fine. They can do anything they want because we have over 471 transactions done in that on that platform. So they're doing very well with us. So we also encourage our members that are just trading to go in there and do that because it's still available for everybody.
Yeah, they definitely, and thank you for bringing that point up, Seth. Yeah, Binance DEX is definitely alive and well, and will be one of our predominant exchanges that will be available forever with us. I mean, that is getting involved in the Binance ecosystem that they're building, almost like monopoly, that they're starting to build. We know that we wanted to be a part of that because of all of the security measures, top performance platform, and all the volume that's on there. So we'll continue to, starting with Binance DEX, moving to Binance USA, and then Binance.com. We'll be listing on all of those. So that's definitely part of our strategy, and a first stop getting on Binance DEX. So we'll be doing a lot more announcements and videos on that as well, on how we can educate people on how to use it. We know it's a little bit more, you have to be a little bit more crypto savvy because you have to plug in your external wallet to trade and to buy and sell, withdraw. So there are different steps that are necessary based on what type of wallet you have, right? So we try to cover all those points for everybody to make the method as easy as possible. But I think the first stop that we almost finished was just showing you guys that do have a trust wallet, which I do recommend. A trust wallet. It's a great wallet. It's preferred by Binance. They advertise it themselves. It's called Trust because it's a wallet you can trust. But if it's good enough for Binance, then it's pretty much good enough for the whole crypto industry. And the reason I say that is because, again, Binance is one of the only exchanges that actually will protect your money if it's hacked. So they put a lot of trust in their trust wallet. So exactly. I highly recommend that. We will take people through that process as well on how to do that. But again, want to give you guys an update, let you know what's going on. We'll have some more announcements next week, as usual, guys. Every week, new announcements. That means we're working for you. And anything else, Ted, you'd like to bring up before we wrap this video up today?
Well, again, we want to thank all the members that have been with us for the last year and a half, 2 years. And for us to get to where we are right now is by their faithfulness, on the process, in the system, on the platform. So we appreciate what they do. And we want to let them know that we're working very, very hard, just like you mentioned, day and night, every day, every night, dealing with different groups that are whether in Asia or Europe or wherever they are, because that's our platform is split like this. So that's why we up all day, all night working and we have usually 2-3 hours of sleep and still have to get up because we're dealing with East Coast. You see, so that's it's not hard because we're here to help, right? So we're here to help the community. And the community is kind of split because we have a Hispanic group, we have the English, and we have the South Americans, we have the Caribbeans, and we're all over the place. So all we're asking them to do is to be with us and read more about the platform. That's why from time to time we send the emails out, a mass email out, to let them know what's going on in the crypto industry, so they can see that we're not too far from the main boys, which means we're talking about Bitcoin and Ether.
Right.
Okay? So that's my the way I thank them, of course, for what they have done for us.
Yeah, no, always thank you guys, and again, do follow us on our socials. Make sure you're doing that, and we'll continue to produce this content. I mean, we're getting a lot of views, a lot of people commenting, and please continue to do that as well. We love to hear comments from our followers, new followers, old followers, and anybody that has anything to add, and if anybody has any resources you're curious about figuring out how, you know, and maybe in their mind how things could transpire with resources they have into what we're doing as far as a business together. We'd love to hear your comments there as well. So again, guys, everybody be safe out there. We really appreciate your time. Thank you for your time, Seth, and thank you again to everybody. We'll see you guys next week.
For sure. Thank you.